For today's review, we have a 1.3 litre Honda. It's a IMA vehicle and it's a daily driving compact vehicle. This is the review of the Honda 2012 Fit 10th Anniversary Edition. So this small block unit produces 118 horsepower. It's a front wheel drive vehicle and obviously it's automatic. It's not gonna win you a drag race, but it's not likely you're gonna put it to one either. As you can see, IMA stands for Integrated Motor Assist. It's a situation where the vehicle runs on both battery and the engine at the same time. So it's not quite fully a hybrid, but sure, you can still feel like you're saving the environment. So now let's see how long does it take to hit 100. As you can see, we have a 16.8 from 0 to 100 speed. To start with, this is a 5-seater vehicle, but as referenced by my friend, we have loaded up to 11 people in this, so you're good to go. The seats, they are not electronical, but it's adjustable to a certain extent where you can control the distance and the height you need to feel comfortable. A bad thing about this car is that I've been using only for like 3 years, and the armrest, it has torn out very quickly, and you gotta bend down in order to take a usage out of it, and it's available only for the 2 front seat people. Another thing about this vehicle is that the vanity lights are missing here, so if you want to see yourself, you gotta smile at night. In terms of space availability, it's quite spacious. If you can take a look at the cabby, you can load up to some certain extent of stuff. The compartment, I study, so there's a book. This is also quite spaceful and useful if you want to store your license, insurance and things. The fun part about this vehicle that it has AC, it has AC, so that's a good thing. And another thing is, if you want to store your beers, you got 4 cup holders around you. And now let's take a look at the back. So back in here we have ample of space, but when you take out the front seats way here, and if you're a big made person, it's quite uncomfortable. The seats are quite comfortable and they're fabric, of course, but they're just seats. It's not a luxury car, so they just do that. Talking about the shutters don't go all the way down, but you can control from both sides each window. And another cool feature I saw about this car, that it has a coat hanger, so if you're up for a meeting or something, you can just hold your coats. So now let's see how many people we can fit in. So when we have loaded up to 3 people at the back, I can say that the middle seat is quite uncomfortable. And what I noticed was there is no back headrest for the guy in the middle, so poor guy. Other than that, it's quite okay since we have 2 thin fellows loaded up in here. This is a hatchback. Let's see how much space it has. As you can see, the vehicle has ample of space in the trunk. We loaded up to 3 people, and one bad thing about this car, it doesn't come with a spare wheel. However, it has this fluid and the air compressor, so in case of emergency, you can use it to cover up your patch if you can't find a garage. Now let's move on to the driving experience. I forgot before that, there is also this compartment which comes with the jack and ready-made equipment if you need to change your tire or anything. So now let's move on to the driving experience of the car. In terms of driving practicality, this vehicle is quite easy to handle. It handles well on corners and everything, and it has a quite short ratio of turning. So even if you need to do a U-turn in a small room, you can handle it easily. Looking at the petrol fuel efficiency, it does about 13.0 kilometers per liter. So that's quite okay since it's a IMA, but it's not a fully hybrid, so that's the best you can get out of this vehicle. Other than that, this vehicle has a sports mode. In the sports mode, it will start on running on high RPM levels and keeping you at lower gears. The vehicle is very easy, as I said, to handle, and it turns quite well. The steering wheel comes with adjustable options where you can regulate it based on your height. One issue I came up with this is that the gear knob, if you're used to holding and driving the gear knob, it might slips to the neutral from D. The overall ride quality of the vehicle, as I said, you can choose between it to be an eco-friendly vehicle, and there's an eco option button here. So when you turn it off, it has a better acceleration overall. And there's always the sports mode function, so you can basically decide whether you want it to run fast or whether you just want to do your daily things. The throttle response when it's on the D, it's quite less since it's made to run to save fuel. But when you shift it to the sports mode and off the eco sensor here, it has a very responsive throttle response. I would say if you're looking at suspensions, it doesn't have the best suspensions, as in Sri Lanka, it's quite bumpy. You can feel them on your butt. So as you can see, the responsiveness of the brake is very high, and if I compare the Aqua and the WagonR, if you take this budget vehicles, I would choose this as for by safety, because braking is one of the major things that you need while driving in Sri Lanka especially. In terms of overall review, this vehicle would be rated as average. It's a budget vehicle and it's a family driving vehicle. It's a daily runner, so it basically does 13 on fuel. It handles well, and if you talk about the braking system, it's very good. Throttle response is very high. You can shift it from sports mode to normal driving mode, and you can shift the eco mode as well. So you have a lot of choice varied given on this car, and as we know, Honda is always thinking about the power output first. On my final thoughts, since I bought this car 3 or 4 years ago, that was the best option that was available at that time. But now if I see in the market, there are other options, but it's all based on preference. So someone who wants some power and fuel efficiency like me would go for a vehicle like this. But someone who is more concerned about fuel efficiency and daily drivers would go for would look somewhere else. So we are done for the day. This is Launchpad. Thank you for watching. Is it shooting?
Yeah.
Under the engine part. It's a two-wheel drive vehicle and it's automatic transmission. You could. It's a two-wheel drive.
Bro, that two-wheel drive.
And of course, it's a two-wheel drive. It's a two-wheel front, a two-wheel drive. It's a two-wheel. What the fuck? Why do I keep saying that shit? Why do I keep that shit? Under the engine, we have a 1.3 liter engine. Under the engine. I'm touching their legs.
Yeah. Don't do the butt part. That's why you get messed up.
Yeah.